Hello, good morning. This is Nas from NB Network Lessons. Hope everyone's doing okay. My today's topic of discussion is going to be physics, lesson number 9, and we're going to show you how to add two vectors graphically. Now, in my past lectures, I've already explained you what a scalar is, what a vector is. Scalar is just a number. It has only magnitude, whereas vector has a magnitude as well as a direction. So we're going to basically expand into vectors, scalars, and eventually we're going to be solving some problems, in which you have force going, let's say, in this direction horizontally, and then force going in this direction, not exactly vertical, but at an angle. And we're going to explore that. So stick with me. If you love physics, if you want to energize your brain, this is the place for you. All right. So let's say we have a block, a wooden block right here. Okay. And on this wooden block, I apply force. Okay. This is F1 and this is F2. As you can see by the length of the arrow, which basically represents the magnitude, it's about same. It's same. And then the force is in direction from left to right, being applied on this wooden block. So in physics, what we call something is, which is called resultants. Okay, RESULTANT, resultant force. Okay, and we denote that by FR will be equal to F1. Always put this arrow sign on the top representing that it's a vector, plus F2. Okay, so then my resultant force would be sum of F1 plus F2. No rocket science there. All right. Now let me ask you this. I've got a piece of wooden block right here. And then I apply F1 this way. And then I apply F2 this way. What will happen? These, as you can see, the length of the arrow is same. So we can say that the magnitude of the force is same. Magnitude, now force is measured in newtons, which is after the scientist Isaac Newton. So let's say we have F1 is 1 Newton and F2 is 1 Newton. What would be the resultant force? Like in this case, what would be resultant force? Obviously, common sense tells you it's going to be 0, because if you're applying a force on a piece of block, equal force in opposite directions, you're not going anywhere. So then obviously F resultant would be equal to 0. All right. Now what we do is that we look at a little bit deeper. We say you have y-axis and you have x-axis. Okay. Now in this direction you have F1. Now in your books, what they do is that they put F1 like this, which kind of is deceptive, kind of tells that, force is going in this direction. I like to go ahead and point my arrow like this. So F1 basically denoting that it's going from bottom to top. And this is your vertical force. And then you have horizontal force, which is F2, and it's going in this direction. So common sense tells you that when you have something and you're pushing it horizontally also and then pushing it vertically also, what would be the direction of that force? It would be something like this. All right, it would be something like this. So would it be exactly the resultant force? Would it be exactly F1 plus F2? No. because you have some force going in vertical direction, you have some force in horizontal direction. And when we actually come to solving problems, you will know exactly why. So then, in this case, I can say F resultant, which is this right here, is not equal to F1 plus F2. All right? So keep that in mind. And then one thing I just wanted to mention real quick, if you have, let's say if you have F1 like this, right? And you have F2 like this, okay? F1 like this and F2 like this, and both of them are vectors, and there is an angle in between. The smaller the angle, the more they are closer to FR, resultant force, would be almost equal to F1 plus F2 if this angle right here between F1 and F2 is really, really small. You know, if you have something like this, right? Let's say you have two forces, like this. The resultant force would be basically less than FR, but the more you bring them closer to each other, in other words, decrease the angle, resultant force would be almost equal to F1 plus F2. So my friends, this is all I wanted to discuss today. I'll come back with another lecture. I hope that I'm energizing your brain. I hope that I'm helping you learn something, energize your brain, and charge up your brain, because I honestly do believe education, learning, anything charges your brain, and you want to keep your brain charged up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.